Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, kings and queens. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Y'all come on in, hit the like button, and make sure you share the video. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Tan, I think she will be here shortly. Hey, Leonica. She says, Happy Sunday, Tan and Carol liked and share. Thank you. Hey, Queen Vanita. She says, hello, Two Chicks and Chat family. Hope everyone had a fantastic day. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Latricia. She says, happy Sunday. Hey, Miss Tania. She says, hi, what's going on? Did y'all change y'all mind? No, Queen. We don't come right on. We just put it up so you guys will know that we are coming, but we're here. Anita says, hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a good Sunday night. We are, Queen. How are you? Leonica says, hey to everybody in the chat. Elias says, hey. Hey, Queen. I am doing great, Queen. How are you, Miss Tania? Hey, Donna. Donna says, hey. Hey, Queen Tamika. She says, hello, everyone. Hey, is it Skyana? Or is it Sky Anna? I hope I said it right. She says, hey, y'all. Hey, welcome, Queen. Hey, Darcel. Darcel says, good evening. Leonica says, hey, Elia. Hey, Savannah. She says, hey, everyone. Hey, Detroit. Detroit says, hello. Hey, Polo Lonnie. How are you, Queen? She says, hi, Carol and Chad. Hope all is well. I feel like I haven't done a live in forever. I know I was not on the last live stream Wednesday. Hey, Lavon. She says, hi, Carl. Hey, Kelly. Kelly says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Miss Empress. She says, grand rising, everyone. Thank you, Polo Lunny. Hey, Kim. She says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Lene. Lene says, hey, happy Sunday. Liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Leonica, she's speaking. Jacqueline says, hello to everyone. Sky Anna says, Indiana is in the house. Welcome, Queen. Hey, Queen, so right. She says, hello, Carol and chat, liked and shared. Elia says, hey, Leonica. It was good, Elia. Wasn't long enough, but it was good. You know, my sister had to drag me with her. So Ray says, hello, Leonica. Polo Lunny says she's good. Hey, Queen Lillian. How are you, Queen? She says, hey, family and chat. So how is everybody doing today on this lovely Sunday? Hey, Queen Gwendolyn. She says, hey, Carl and Two Chick fam. Thank you, Queen Lillian. Hey, Drea. Drea says hi to everyone. Jacqueline says hello, Leonica. Light says good. Glad you got to get away for a little bit. Yep, a little bit. Gwendolyn says doing awesome. Well, that's great. Tan is on vacation now, so I don't know. She said she was gonna try to come pop on here. So Queen Lene has a testimony out at the gate. She couldn't wait. She says, got back from Amazon Flex $877 this weekend. She said, tomorrow I got 2 blocks for a total of $195. I had a user interview study for EV cats for $105. It starts next month. Oh, cars, EV cars. Okay. All right, Queen. Yay, hustling Lene. Congratulations. All right now. So user interviews. Good egg, everybody. If you do not have this egg in the basket, and what I mean by egg, eggs are side hustle and side gig. So if you do not have this one in your basket, make sure you guys take a look. Let me see. Let me find the user interviews. Like a focus group. Easy money. Easy money. Again, Tanya say, send in love. Thank you, Queen. So, right, hello, Jillian. Hey, Fourth on. And she says, happy birthday, everyone, like and share. Thank you. And says, hey, so right now, like it says, hey, name.
Hey, y'all. I think Carol internet went out. Hey. I don't know where she was at. Hold on. I was getting on, but I was trying to get my stuff down. But hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey. I think her internet went out. Hey, y'all. I know I look crazy, but I done had a busy few days. Hey, everyone. Hey. How are y'all? Happy Sunday. Oh, hey. Let me see what cares. Oh, okay. Hey. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday. You have a great week last week. I had a great week. Let me go back because I don't think I seen any comments before that. Hold on. I was trying to figure out where Carol was at, y'all. Hold on. And I don't think it went back that far. Hey, everyone. Hello. Hey. Again, I'm just trying to figure out where Carol was at, y'all. I may not can't find it. Okay. Hey, y'all. So I guess I'll just start at the beginning. Who do we have in here? Hey, Leonica. Hey, Queen. Hey, Miss Vernita. Hey, Latricia. Hey, Anita. Happy Sunday, Queen. Hey, Leonica. Queen. Hey, Kim. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Queens. How are y'all today? Hey. Hey, Fourth Thorness.
Okay, we're going to see if this internet go.
Hey, Queen. What's up, girlie?
Hey, girl.
I was trying to figure out where you was at. I was trying to go back, but I still can't find it. I don't think I came on in
Okay.
time enough to see where you were at. That's why I was asking you.
Um,
Oh, I was
don't
trying to
know.
post in the group, and then you had text me. I was like, "Oops, let me let me get on." Hold on.
I
Okay.
don't see it. I think it cut me off. So I don't
Oh,
know what
okay.
happened.
It
It just
probably
went
cut you
out.
off because it cut me off too. So, hey y'all. Yes, Stephanie. I am kind of a mini vacation. My mom's birthday is Tuesday, and we she turned 70. So we took her to Niagara Falls. So we had this is our last night here. So I'll be on my way back tomorrow.
Oh, you said that with such grace and enthusiasm, like you're just so
Girl,
ready to come back.
I, I, girl, it's just been packed. We went to Toronto yesterday, so that was kind of a after about the tire, that whole thing, and that was. But anyway, we went, so that was nice.
Okay.
Okay,
Stephanie, I see she said just released a second book.
okay.
All right, girl. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie, what kind of book is it? Can you give me a little insight? I read, so if you can give me a little insight, is it um Zanish? If you read, then yeah, is it Zanish? If it is, I'll read it.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I think my internet went out, so I had to get on my phone internet. Hopefully, hopefully this acts right.
Okay, okay. All right,
Oh,
Queen.
military. Okay,
Okay, send us the
Queen.
link, Queen. I would
Go
like to
ahead.
order that. I would like to read that. And
Elias says, hope
congratulations.
you
Send
have
us the
enjoyed
link,
your
Queen.
trip.
I would love to support you. I would like to read that.
Elias says, hope you have enjoyed your trip, Tam.
I have. My mom had a good time. And that was the main part. So she got to see what she wanted to see, and that's all I was worried about. And she got to do what she wanted to do.
Um,
So
Send it to the email. I'm gonna put it here, Queen.
so that is all I cared about, and she was around family. So thank you, Carol.
Mm-hmm. H. Curry,
Okay.
she says, I'll read it as well, girl.
Yes.
Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline says, hey, everybody.
Hey, hey.
Everybody's saying, congratulations, Queen Stephanie.
Oh, y'all can hear
Hey, Tawana.
Hey, hey.
Thank you, Leonica. Hey, Alex. Alex says, hello, Tanika. Happy
Hey,
Sunday,
hey.
everybody. H. Curry says, hey, Tam.
Hey, hey. How are you?
So, right, girl, I am back at home. My little short lived vacation. I got to go somewhere else, though, in a couple of weeks. But thank you, so right.
Girl, do you hear my sister and my cousin back there?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
No, I don't hear nothing. Hey, Katina. Katina says
Hey,
hello to everybody
hey.
and
Happy
happy
Sunday.
Sunday. Hey, H. Curry. Now, if anybody had posted anything before my internet started acting wonky, y'all be sure to repost it. We may
Yes.
have had some testimonies. I don't know. My internet went out. So y'all be sure to repost it. I know Queen Lene, she had a testimony. She made some money off of Amazon
Mm.
Flex. So Jacqueline, Queen Stephanie, she has published another book on the KDP app.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were congratulating her on her book success. Leonica says she been busy as well, doing good. Got hired for another position, so now I have two jobs. Okay,
Oh,
congratulations,
okay.
Queen, on the second job.
Okay. Congrats, Queen.
Hey, live, love, and laugh. She says, "Hey, happy Sunday."
Hey, hey,
Hey,
Queen.
Spirit says, "I've been using user testing and doing really well. You make more money if you do it out the computer, but you can do it mobile also." All
Oh
right.
yeah, they do good. We had another queen talk about that like a couple of weeks ago about user testing.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
do have
remember?
them.
I forgot who it
I thought it
was.
was user interview.
Was it user interviews?
I think it was
I thought
user
it was the
interview.
website testing. Maybe not.
I don't
Maybe
remember.
you're right.
I
Maybe
don't
you're right.
remember the test.
Okay. Let me
I
find
know
user.
Lene, she got another user interview coming up. And I got a link for user testing on here also. So
Oh, you do?
17 and 19, everybody. 17 and 19. Two good eggs for y'all to get in the
Yep.
basket. Yep, we
All
got
right.
user testing on this link.
Okay.
There y'all go.
Yeah.
Jacqueline says, "Oh wow, yay, yes." Hey Queen T, she says, "Hey Leonica." Leonica says, "Thanks Tan and Kerr." Hey Autism Mummy. She says, "Happy Sunday, y'all.
Hey,
Show some
Queen.
love by liking and sharing this video." Thank you, Queen. And T is
Hey.
speaking. She says, "Hello, Forthornis and Lillian." Lillian says, "Congrats, Leonica." Forthorn says, "Two jobs." Well, all right, Leonica,
All
congrats.
right.
Leonica say she cashed out 24 on the Noise app, 1285 on Pay Viewpoint, 367 on Moolah Day surveys, 904 on You Promise, 780 on MSR. Clap phone 3 hour game currently have 38 cents, but have cashed out 18 cents. Fish strike every 3 hour game, 17 cents, 3.99 on survey emails, and 30 cents on Ernie. All right,
Mm,
congrats.
congrats.
H. Curry says user interviews is good too. I use a few of them. Okay.
All
Queen
right.
T, she says, "Congrats, Stephanie." Drea says, "Congrats, Leonica." And T says, "Congrats, Leonica." Drea says, "Hi, do you happen to know if Yardi is open again?" Yep, they
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Leonica says, "Thank you, Lillian." Forthorn is Drea and T. Hey, I'm just so jazzy. She says, "Hey, Queens, Tan and Carl liked and shared. Thank you, Queen." Queen So Right says, "Congrats, sis, Leonica." Jacqueline says, "Congratulations to everyone." Leah Love and Laugh says, "Hello, Leonica." Leonica says, "Thanks, sis, so right." Hey, Teresa. Teresa says, "Hey, two chicks and family." Miss Empress, she says, "Indeed, congrats."
All right.
So if anybody else has any good news that they want to share, y'all be sure to let us know in the comment section.
Yes, yes, yes. Did you already do the?
I ain't do nothing.
Okay. Well, we are going to get started, which we already did, but we're going to get started. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are not new, welcome back and thank you for joining us again. I am Tangi.
And Tangi is the GOAT, and I am Carl.
And Carol is the GOAT. And together we are two chicks with a side hustle. On this channel, we post work at home jobs, side gigs, and side hustles. We do these lives to help you get started on your work from home journey. If you are new to working from home, if you are not new to working from home, we help you maximize your time and your money. Carol and I have been working from home since 2006, and we created our blogs as well as our social media platforms to help people like you who want to get started working from home or doing side gigs and side hustles, but don't have the resources. We provide resources as well as knowledge, and also we have a great group of people who love side gigs and side hustles as well as working from home just as much as we do. And they come here every week and every time we are on live to give their testimonies as well as their opinions on what we are talking about. So if you are new here, grab a pen and a piece of paper because there will be a lot of knowledge that goes on in these lives that get passed around. If you are new, I would suggest that you just write down the things that we talk about, go and do some research on those things. If you have questions, come back. Um, come back and talk through those questions, get some feedback. Ultimately, this is, you against yourself with this type of work. A lot of the things that we talk about are task driven, and if you do the work, you will get paid. But again, you have to do the work. So come back and find out the tips and strategies that people in the chat give about a lot of these side gigs and side hustles. Come back and be in the conversation on the live, and let people know what you're looking for. And we are here to help you understand that you can make money working from home, or you can make money off side gigs and side hustles. So Carol will be reading the live. We will be talking about the part-time remote jobs at the end of the live. So thank you for joining us. Okay.
Leonica says, if I get quiet for a while, she says, I'm still here. She is just working on those gaming apps. Hey, the Bruno. The Bruno says, good evening from the DC area. DC is in the building. Hey, Lady Shonda. She says, hey, ladies. Miss Empress says, Texas is in the building. Welcome, Queen. H. Curry was asking for the link for Fish Strike, and Leonica, she did respond. She says it's a gaming app and it's for the Android device. Thank you, Leonica. Miss Empress says she is doing roadie and about to try the AI training. Hey, Queen. Hey, Ayana. She says, hey, y'all. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hey, Miss Tan, Miss Carl. How are you ladies doing? We are great, Queen.
Good.
How are you? Hey, precious lady. She says, good evening. Good evening, Queen. Leonica says, hey, Ayana. She says, hey, sis, Leonica. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm just so just said, my bad. That was a typo. No problem, Queen. H. Curry says, thank you, Leonica, for Thorny says, happy Sunday, Ayana. And she says, it's called Fish Strike Win Real Cash at H. Curry. She says, you're welcome. Shannon says, hey, girls, Nashville, Tennessee is in the chat. Welcome, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Kathy says, love the hair on both ladies. Thank you, Queen. She says, part time. So we are going to talk about part time jobs on the video. I got 40, everybody.
Okay. Oh.
Chris says, what gaming apps are you working on, Leonica? And Celeste, she says, good evening, everyone. So Chris, Leonica named quite a few.
Yeah. And
Let me go back and put them up.
if you are in the chat and you are new, if you're not new, let us know what you're looking for. Are you looking for a work from home job? Are you looking for side gigs and side hustles? If you don't know what side gigs and side hustles, put that in the chat. Put what are side gigs and side hustles, so we can, so we can know what you're looking for when it comes to our content, because we do a lot of different things
Mhm.
over here. Not only work from home jobs, but again, we talk about things that you don't have to have necessarily a schedule to do. There's no application, there's nothing of that nature. All you do is sign up and start working. So if you're looking for things like that, we do a lot of that on these lives. So let us know what you're looking for.
Yeah. So I did repost what Leonica is currently working on. Drea said, Leonica, what is you promise? Hey, Danita. She says, "Hello, Queens. Love your energy and thank you for paying it forward. I love your channel, Tennessee. Somebody else from Tennessee in the building. Welcome,
Oh,
Queen." So H. Curry has a testimony. They say cashed out 10 on Just Play in under 2 days, but it can be done way quicker. And then 29 on Forthright. If you guys aren't doing that one, definitely sign up. All right.
all right.
Congratulations
All
on
right.
making some money off the apps. Go ahead. So Just Play, everybody. That is a good one. Let me find it.
Mhm. So if you're looking to play games from home, I'm sorry, if you're looking to play games for money, Just Play is a great one to do. It is only for the Android, right, Carol?
Yeah.
They took it off iPhone. Just Play is only for the Android. But let's go a step further with that. If you're trying to play games for money, you need to know how you like to play the games, how you like to earn the money. Now, when it comes to earning money for games, we talk about two ways that you can earn money for playing games. That's one, earn money for the time that is spent playing the games. So that's the company Carol was just talking about. Just Play, Best Play. And Carol, what game do you play on there? Um, um, what
Treasure
is it?
Master.
Treasure Master. And that game pays her for the time that she is playing the game. Now, the more she
Right.
plays, the more they pay. Correct?
Yeah.
With yep. So again, that is Best Play, Just Play, and is that another one? Misplay, is that it?
Misplay
Play
and Money Time is like that too.
and Money Time. So those apps you will get paid for the time that you are on the games. Now, if you're a type of person that likes challenges, that wants to earn money by, hey, get to level 50 and we'll pay you $50. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is, but again, that's what that's what these type of gaming apps that I'm going to talk about now, that's what they do. The free cash, the cash kick, the inbox dollars, those type of games pay you to get to the level. So if you like to conquer, if you're the type of person, hey, I like a challenge. I need to get to level 45 by for hour 45 to get this $45, and that's the type of person I am, then I will play the free cash, the cash kicks, the inbox dollars. Those are the games that I would play. So you have to figure out who you are, what works for you, and how you like to earn your money. Okay, let me get the other ones, Carol. I get free cash and the other ones. Give me a minute.
Okay. Hey, blessed lady. She says, "Hi, two chicks. So happy to be a part. Could you
Hey.
please provide the link for the texting the lonely individual?"
You got this
You
one.
sure you want this list, Queen?
Oh, now, before you
Now,
get
don't
that
try to
list,
give
now
them
let
back to
me just
me.
say this. Don't come back clutching your pearls, because we done told you. We done told you. So don't come back
And
clutching your
once you
pearls.
take these people, don't try to give them back to me. Y'all be want to take them and give them back. I don't want them back. Teresa said, "Yay, 40 part-time jobs." You funny, Teresa. Leonica said, "You Promise is a survey app, but it also has games too, Drea." She says, "Congrats, H. Curry." Lillian says, "Hey, Teresa." Leonica says, "Hey, Teresa." Ayana says, "Hey, Fort Thornis." And Lene says, "Hey, hey, hey, Tan." Leonica
Hey,
says, "Hey, sis Lene." Danita says, "Work from home overnight, no phone, no email, equipment provided." Girl, that would be nice. Now, we did
yeah.
do overnight last Sunday, Queen.
Now, Queen, just so you know that when we are asking for those type of things, we have to know that there are going to be some type of skills that are needed for those type of positions. I'm not saying if you don't have any skills that you can't get them, but what I am saying that we have to be realistic about what we're asking and what we have to have when we ask for those things.
I'm just cutting everything off.
Mm,
But I haven't seen an overnight email one.
yeah.
I've seen the email, but not overnight. But look at the live from last Sunday, Queen. We did overnight jobs. Leonica says on the fish strike, there is an auto button you can turn on and the game will play for you. Oh, wow. I
Oh.
need to download that one.
Oh, that was just like what was that? What's the one what's the name daughter used to play? Dice Dreams.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And also, what's that one I got on my phone? It does that too. Um,
I thought it was Dice Dreams.
yeah,
No?
and Animals and
Oh,
Coins.
yeah, Animals and Corns. Yeah.
Hmm.
H. Curry says, thanks, love, Leonica. The Bruno says, looking for part time work from home, no phone. So we do drop a lot of no phone videos, the Bruno, and on this list that we will give out at the end of the stream, we have some non phone on here as well. So you might want to jump back and take a look at the previous videos from last week. I posted a lot of non phone. Jacqueline says, I'm looking for the opportunities where you sign up and work. Those would be nice, Jacqueline. Now the side hustles you can sign up, and some of
Yeah,
those you can start, but like a work from home job,
no.
nah. You won't be able to just sign up and start working. Now, do you want the
Unless,
side hustles?
yeah, if you want the side hustles, that's different than a remote job. The
Right.
side gigs and side hustles are things that you can do. Um, some people do them full time. We have a lot of kings and queens here. That's all they do is side gigs and side hustles. But we have some queens and kings who incorporate them with their 9 to 5. But again, side gigs and side hustles are things that you don't have to have an interview. You are not, filling out an application, waiting for them to call you for an interview. Basically, signing up, you are basically with Mystery Shop, one of those. You sign up, see what they have available, and you pick the task. Most of them are task based, and you just do the task, and you are paid for the task that you choose.
Yeah. So, Queen, let us know. Are you asking about the side gigs and the side hustles? Let us know in the chat. Shannon says, Tan, that's exactly what I'm looking for. No experience, no interview, part time. So, again, we will be talking about part time
Mhm.
on this video, but you queens and kings are more than welcome to go back and check out some of the other videos. I have dropped, if I had to just guess, probably about 30 or 40 videos
Mhm.
on here pertaining to non phone. Now, some of them will be part time, some will be beginner, some will be no interview, and some will be full time. So, y'all be sure, don't miss the other videos because you didn't go back and look, but go back and check out the
Mhm.
previous videos from last week, the week before, the week before, the week before. H. Curry says, I'm going to try it tonight. Celia, hey, Queen. She says, hey,
Hey.
to and chat fam, liked and shared. Happy to be here as always. Well, welcome. Kathy says, I have wondered if the hiring process for a remote job is the same as an in office job. Could be,
Yeah.
depending on the company. Could be.
Yeah.
She says, I can assume it would depend on the company. Online interview, background check, drug test, and training. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Some of
It-
them do the background check. Some of them you will have to pay for the
yeah.
background check, but that does not mean that the company is not legit. A lot of the independent contractor companies that do require background checks, they will require you to pay for the background check. Some of them do self-paced training. I posted a job today that the company I used to work for, they offer self-paced training. Some of them will have an instructor to lead the training. So they call those the instructor led trainings. Online interviews could be over the phone, it could be like this here, a two-way video. Maybe no interview. So it just depends on the company.
And I would like to add that the only thing that changes about when you're working from home is your location. Everything else is still like you do at the brick and mortar. You still report to people. You still, just your location and how you communicate with your coworkers changes. That's the only thing that changes. You still communicate just the same. You still do everything just the same. Just your location changes.
Yeah. And some of them, you won't even talk to the supervisors at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you do something wrong, they'll just email you, hey, take a look at this call. You messed up. You missed the key points here, here, and here. And that's it. They'll email you, want you to look at it, and you respond via the email. Some of them will call you where you talk on the phone to them. I've had several. Drea says, thanks, Deonica. She says, okay, awesome. Let me know how it goes. She says, I'm doing the gaming reviews on my channel, H. Curry. And she says, you're welcome, Drea. Stephanie says, I have already made $1.52. Okay, off my book, most of which has come from this last book.
Okay.
All right, Queen.
All right,
Go
Queen.
ahead. You on your way. Go ahead. H. Curry says, Treasure Master is my favorite one, too. Yep. I think that's the one that pays the most from what I could see. Hey, Queen Jerry. She says, hello, ladies in chat. How are you, Queen? Queen Celia has a testimony. She says, my husband has cashed out $9 on Just Play, $8.50 on Scrambly, and I have 10 on Inbox. It's not much, but I'm getting there, Queens. All thanks to you, ladies. All right.
All right.
Congrats to you and your hubby. Celia, it's good news. Teresa says, what is Forthright survey site?
Yep.
Leonica says, how long did it take you to reach the 10, H. Curry? And she says, Teresa, it's a survey site. Teresa says, hey, Lillian and Leonica. Bruno says, thank you, ladies. Great advice for the game apps.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Teresa says, thank you, Leonica. Josh says, I'm going fast. Hey, Josh. H. Curry says, I'm sorry. What was the other pay for your time game apps? I got money time, but didn't hear the other one.
Okay.
Misplay. Was it misplay?
Misplay, just play. And misplay, just play.
Best play. Now, Leonica, she did name some others. Misplay, just play, best play, and money time. She says, if you haven't already, be sure to thumbs up the live and share it out. Josh says, I'm almost finished. Leonica, she did name Money Time, Best Play, and Just Play. Thank you. Mindy says, hello, ladies. Late to the party. Hopefully I didn't miss all the fun. You did, Queen. Danita says, thank you. No problem. Drea says, please remember to like and share. Danita says, absolutely. H. Curry says, on the ones that you talk to lonely people, on all of them, do you have to make a profile and they pick you, or is there one that you can just like sign in and talk to people? I've always been curious. So with that one, you're texting. You're not physically talking to anybody. You're just basically as if you were talking to a friend, boyfriend, guy friend from the phone or from the computer, but it just depends on how the company wants you to assess their platform. So some of them may let you text from your phone. I work for Admin Chat. That one I was able to text from my phone, but some of the other ones you cannot. And you do not have to create a profile. You are going to be Jenny. Jenny has red hair, 3 children, and she's a widow. And then you'll be somebody else. You'll be Catherine. Catherine is 60. She's looking to have fun. Then you'll be somebody else. You may be a college student, Sherry. No kids. So you do not create anything. All they want you to do is to text the lonely men. That's it. And keep them engaged. Teresa says, Leonica, I did download the You Promise app and playing a couple of games now. Max Squad Mama says, I found inbox dollars from y'all and I have played Monopoly Go. It took me 2 months on and off, but that 400 came in handy. All right, Queen.
All right.
Congrats on the 400. She says, so thank you. You are so welcome. Leonica says the profiles are already created for you. You are playing as different profiles, H. Curry. And she says, okay, awesome. Keep me updated on it, Teresa. And she says, I will, Leonica, you should get $25. Kathy says, what kind of skills do we need to work an overnight position? Mention, I assumed key typing is one skill. I would need 40 words per minute. It just depends, Kathy, on
Yeah,
what company. Because everybody, all the companies are not the same.
yeah,
Everybody will have a different job description.
yeah. But I would say skills like, and if it's customer service, make sure you know, conflict resolution, your customer service skills, um, some Microsoft Office skills. A lot of people, when it's non-phone, they want you to have some type of Excel Office experience. So make sure you have that. And again, it doesn't say working knowledge. It says have, you know, knowledge of it. So, you know, in the last slide, we talked about how you can represent that knowledge. So,
Leonica says, okay, thanks. I will check, Teresa. Alex says, hey, Tan and Carl, do y'all know of any good DIY credit repair companies that are legit? The thing with those type of companies, Alex, for me, I just don't trust anybody with my social.
yes, that's
I
what I was
don't.
just going to say.
I don't. And I've helped people repair their credit without
Mhm.
me having to go in and do the credit repair for them just by telling them what to do
Yeah.
on their credit. I guess for me, I just don't trust everybody with my social. And
And
I've heard too many horror stories where people have given people money, paid good money for people to clean up their credit and they did not do what they said they could do. So
And this is my thing. A lot of those people with the credit repair, they spin it, they tell you these statutes and these laws, and they frame them in such a way that makes them seem like they're all true, but really they don't tell you the whole depth of the statute that they're talking about. I'm not saying that some of them are not true, but they spin it in a way to make you think that, oh yeah, I can get that off my credit using that statute. But they only probably put a small amount of it because it may be a bunch more. So this would be my advice. You know, do look at what people. This is a lot of stuff that I do in my own personal life. If I know that I'm interested in something and I want to do it, you know, maybe I'll say, oh, if I have to pay for somebody, but no, I'm not going to pay nobody. I'm going to learn how to do it myself. I'm going to be the experiment on myself. And what goal are you trying to reach? If you're trying to reach an 800 credit score, okay, well, then I know I got to number one, start paying my bills on time. Number two, figure out how can I clean up my credit? How can I start, you know, I'm gonna have I think a lot of people think that, you know, people can get them out of paying. And with some stuff that's older than 7 years, yes. But then some stuff you just gonna have to bite the bullet and pay it. Maybe you can offer a settlement, but you're gonna have to pay something. And I think that's what a lot of people think, that people could just magically get stuff off credit. And I don't believe in that. I don't know about Carol, but I don't believe in that because that stuff always come back. I've heard horror stories of it always coming back. They say, "Oh, I got it off." Then 2 months later, here it come back again.
I would just say do it yourself. Like
Hmm.
I now this the advice I gave one of my relatives, and now she has good credit. But I just told her clear it up yourself. She was getting ready to pay
Hmm.
somebody. I said don't pay nobody. Go on your credit, pull your own credit report, see
Hmm.
what it is that you have on your credit, and then tackle it one by one. Call the
Hmm.
creditors, especially if it's old. More than likely they'll take a settlement. So let's just say if you owe somebody, you've been on them for the last 5, 6, 7 years, and it's $500. Well, hey, I can send 200. Will you accept the 200? More than likely, they'll take the 200. May take 150, and then have them to send you a letter in the mail saying that upon this 150, they will
Hmm.
remove whatever it is that is on the credit. So she
Yep.
did this, and just one by one, she just knocked them
Mm-hmm.
all down, and now her credit is good.
Yeah.
So I would say do it. Try to do it yourself, Alex. I wouldn't pay
And the
anybody.
yeah, and the stuff you want to dispute, like the stuff you don't, ask ChatGPT for a dispute letter for your
Yeah.
credit, things like that. Don't like that's the same problem I have with people that's taking assessment for people. Don't be so trusting with people in your information because people, you may be doing it for the right reason, but some people just don't give a damn, for lack of a better word. They don't give a
Mhm.
damn. And they're going to try to capitalize off of any way they can. And I'm just not with it. So my thing is do it yourself. And I say that about resumes, I say that about interviews, I say that about assessments. Do it yourself because you will have a better understanding, of what it is at the end of the day.
Right.
Hmm.
And you'll be glad that you did it yourself and you didn't pay anybody. Teresa said, yes, please do. I can't stand when companies rip people off. Danita says, also secret shopper, if that is still a thing. She says, thank you. Yep. We got a lot of people here. Queen So Right is here. That queen is hitting that 3K mark off of
Yep.
secret shopper or mystery
Yep.
shopper.
Yep. And again, and I say this again, we are so conditioned to make money in an hourly wage. We give our time away for an hourly wage. That's what we do. And I'm saying that I'm not excluded from the bunch. We give our time away for an hourly wage. But again, if we think about the task based things where it may take uh so Queen so right 30 minutes to make $200, and she can do that on a consistent basis. Wouldn't you want to do that instead of get a part-time work from home job? Wouldn't you want to do that instead of, saying, hey, I want a job that pays $25 an hour? Well, we got queens that make the equivalent of $25 an hour on a monthly basis.
Right.
So don't shy away from these side gigs and side hustles. If you come looking for a part time job, a lot of these side gigs and side hustles where you don't have to devote your time to somebody 5 to 9, 6 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
you can work on these things when you want on your own time. So check out the
Right.
side gigs and side hustles.
I'm going to put this question up that Brittany asked. She says, do anyone here make a substantial, a decent amount of money doing side gigs without having a job? I'm gonna let the
Oh,
queens answer this question. I'm not gonna say anything.
oh wow.
I'm gonna let So Right,
Hold on, because it's a
Autism
queen
Mommy.
comment in the chat that said what she made. Oh, put it back up there, Kara. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm gonna let them answer.
Okay,
Teresa
did
says,
you?
how did you make $10 in 2 days? H Curry. So Right says you promise also has cashback offers for online shopping and grocery rebates. I linked it for my Sally Mae savings and 529 college savings.
All
Quantum
right.
says voice acting and reading scripts to train AI might have quick starts, but you don't earn per hour, pillar A spout and more. Celia says, Max Squad Mama, she says, dang, get it, girl. Leonica said you can also upload receipts on You Promise. Okay.
Okay.
Teresa says, great. Thanks so much. So right in Leonica. Leonica says, I sure will, Teresa. Leonica says, congrats, Celia. Reese says, hi, Carolyn, saying I would like a phone job opportunity if available, and we'll review the side hustles also.
Um.
Reach, if you are a beginner, I'm going to put the beginner friendly list in here. These are phone jobs. A lot of them are state specific, so we do ask that you check first to see if they are hiring in your state before you apply. And if you are interested in like the mystery shop sites reach, let me know. Leonica says, you're welcome, Teresa. Hey, Meek. She says, hi, ladies in chat. Leonica says, hey, sis. So, right says, you're welcome, Teresa. And she says, hey, sis, Leonica, how are you? This is coming from Meek's Adorable. Hey, Wims. Wim says, good evening, Money Magnets. Good evening. Leonica says, I'm doing good, sis. How are you doing? Angela says, hey, everyone. Happy Sunday Eve. I'm running in from dinner. Congrats on all the wins. Hey, Queen Angela. Leonica says, hey. Miss Empress says, anything USPS or parcel related. So I did post one for USPS about a week or so ago, Miss Empress. Not sure if the job is still posted or not. Usually, if they do have anything, it's for like a computer analyst. That's really like the only job I've seen for USPS. Um, Angela says, hey, Leonica. H. Curry says, thank you for the info about the chat with the lonely. I want to give it a go, not to give the whole life story, but I'm a single mama. It's just me and my boys, no family, no people. Y'all are my people, and I've been applying. Okay, well, keep us posted, Queen.
And come back and let us know, Queen. You gonna get something.
Um, Teresa says, hey, Angela. Angela says, hey, Teresa. Alex says, correct facts. Yeah, I'm trying to find some dispute kit letters. Ask ChatGPT, Alex.
Yeah.
H. Curry says, I've been applying for months, but have an autistic son. I have to homeschool, so I must get a work from home job. It's been very stressful. If anyone has any tips, I'm always here on the lives and ready.
I would say, Queen, um, been in that boat. I didn't homeschool though, but I work from home, and my son is on the spectrum. I would say do things like Yardi Matrix, where noise is not a factor. There are some companies that will allow you to have background noise. Yardi Matrix is one of them. That is a good one, even though it is seasonal. They do 4 seasons, so it is a pretty good one. Also, I would say the side gigs and side hustles will probably be your best friend right now. Um, a lot of those you can do. I did a lot of mystery shopping. I did a lot of um, what is the name of that? Uh, Field agent, things like that. There are things that you can do with your kids. I did a lot of things with my kids at that time, so that I would have to incorporate them in my day so that I can earn money. So a lot of things like that, Yardi Matrix. I did a live, not live ops, Alarica at night. They have a um client called direct response, and you can that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I did a lot of nighttime work with that client, and then I had a typing job that I would do at night and sometimes in the morning, depending on if they needed me. So that would be um my advice to you. And I don't is IntelliCheck still around? We used to do that. I haven't
I don't
seen
think
that in
they
a while.
hire. Last time I checked, they were
Yeah.
not.
And what was
Mm-mm.
that one that we used to do where the you would put the calls in the correct queue with the dealerships? What was that one?
Humanity.
Yeah, Human Addict. That was another one that I would say. Now those things won't make you rich, but again, they are extra money. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna put this up here. Just Brittany, I hope you still here, Queen. Because
Mhm.
you just asked a question about do people make money, enough money off of the side gigs and side hustles only. So this is Queen Angela. So Queen Angela has been with us, think a year, close to a year, if
Yeah.
not. She says, I have been paid 240 on the Gig Spot platform Friday, and now she is up to $1,500 for the month of April.
And that's
Side
off of
gig and side hustle. I just dropped Gig Spot in the chat.
and
Mystery
that's
shop
only
site, everybody.
one platform. Congratulations, Queen.
Congratulations.
That's only one.
So
1,500.
again, yes, ma'am. You
Yeah.
can make some money, some good money, just
Mm-hmm.
off of the side gigs and the side hustle to pay bills. Autism Mommy has 60
Mm-hmm.
side gigs and side hustles. You're welcome, Alex. He says, I appreciate it. Congratulations again, Queen Angela. She says, hey,
Queen,
fourth on is.
what was her name? Just Brittany. A lot of
Uh,
queens do what we call combining the side gigs and side hustles. So Queen Angela has several side gigs and side hustles that she worked. And off of one side gig and side hustle, people make that on a regular job. People are going to work making $1,500 a month. So
yeah. Yonica says, congrats, Angela. Hey, Shira. She says, hello, ladies and everyone. Could you please tell me how to cash out game points from the apps Money Talk, Benjamin, and Just Play? Let me see, because I got to look at my phone. I got to look at my phone.
I don't have an Android, so I don't know.
And I'm not sure. I've never done the Benjamin app. Hang on, Queen, because I got to look. And you said Just Play. Okay. So Just Play. So if you go to the app Just Play, it'll say cash out. To cash out. Mine is already set up for PayPal. You may have to set it up in the back and add your PayPal, but it'll say Amazon, PayPal, Walmart, Google Play, or Target. And those are the gift cards outside of PayPal. Money Time is the same. Okay. Miss Empress says facts. So the thing is, H Curry, you have to let us know, Queen, what exactly you are interested in doing. Fort Thornton says, congrats, Angela. Miss Empress says, yes, myself for free. Lillian says, congrats, Angela. So are y'all ready for Queen So Right?
All
About to
right.
put her up here. She says last week she did 7 apartment shops. She made $660. Other shops she brought in
Mm.
$440. Upside 26, inbox 15, cash kick 11, and free cash 25. So let's think about that for a second. Last week she did 660 on the 7 apartment shops and 440 on the other shops. So that's over $1,000 in 1 week.
That's $1,100 in 1 week.
Congratulations, Queen. So right.
And again, this queen here, along with other queens, make full-time incomes doing side gigs and side hustles. They
Yeah.
don't go to a regular 9 to 5. They do these things. They combine these side gigs and side hustles, stack them, whatever you want to call them. That's what they do. And they use these like a full time job. So if you are looking for a work from home job and you have not been able to get one, check out these side gigs and side hustles. Nobody said that you had to stop applying for work from home jobs because you do these side gigs and side hustles. You can do these in conjunction while you are applying. You can start earning money while you are applying.
Mm-hmm. And I did put the link for Ellis. Ellis has the apartment shops. I did put the link in the chat if anyone is interested in that one. And the good thing with the side gigs and the side hustles, I don't know if Tan mentioned this, but you don't need a resume. There is no
Mm,
interview. No recruiter is going to be looking for you. This is an easy, quick way to get started on making money outside of the home, inside of the home, easy peasy ways to do it. Trina, she says, do you still do Cambly? I still have my contract, and Tan has hers, but we don't do Cambly as of right now.
yeah.
No.
But
She
if you
says,
have
is
a
it
question
easy?
about Cambly, I'm sorry, it is some queens in here that do it now. I don't know if they're on here, but if you have a question about it, make sure you put it in here because there's some kings and well, some queens that we know who still do it actively, and they may be on here if you have a question.
She was asking,
Oh,
is it easy to apply? It
oh,
is, yes.
yeah. Oh, sorry, Carol. Sorry,
It
after talking.
is. Fort
I'm
Thorne
trying to
says,
talk so
congrats,
I
so
won't go to
right.
sleep.
I know. Queen Charlene says, hey, hey, Queen.
Hey, hey.
This is what Teresa suggested, and I'm thinking she saying this to Alex. She says, pay the bills on time for 6 months in a row. Try not to have any inquiries into your credit. If so, 1 to 2 a year. Have credit age 5 years or more. Have a mix of credit, mortgage, and credit or car.
Hmm. That's good
Leonica
advice.
says, congrats, is so right. Danita says, thank you. Angela says, thank you, everyone. Much gratitude. Teresa
Mhm.
says, only have 30% credit utilization.
That's good advice.
Yeah. So Ray says, thank you, Leonica. Um, Meek says, I'm doing good. She says, sending out new applications to make up for slow work at RWS now, focusing on some other little stuff with the family in the meantime, and church, church, church. Well, that's good to know you're doing good, Queen. H. Curry said the Onica Noise app would love the info. Reach says, thanks, ladies. You're welcome. Jacqueline says, I'm not good with resumes. I type mine, but struggle with making all the information look presentable and condensed into one page. Any suggestions?
Yes, take your resume, run it through Chat GPT, tell them that you need to get it to one page and you need to highlight your strong suits. If you are having trouble with your resume, check out my resume live. Um, was it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks?
Uh-huh. About two now.
Check out my resume live, and I gave some pointers on how you can spruce up your resume using AI, some AI prompts that you can use to help with your resume. So go check that out, Queen.
Hey, Devin. She says, good evening, everyone. Leonica says, glad you're doing good. Miss Empress says she's made 2K doing roadie. All right,
Oh, okay.
two
Oh, that's
thousand
good.
dollars doing roadie. Congratulations, Queen. She said this year. All right now.
Okay, that's good.
Hey, short lady. See.
Hey, Queen.
She says, hey, Tan and Carol in chat. So right says, hey, short lady. See. Teresa says, great job as usual. So right. She says, side gig, but it's not work from home. That's okay. Lillian says, hey, short lady. See, hey, Onwe. Onwe says, greetings, family. She says, just Brittany. The answer is 100% yes. I'm going to put it right here. She says, I did Presto for almost a year. I was making 200 daily with a total of free items food, spa, eyelash, manicure, pedicure, you name them.
Yes.
And Presto is a mystery shop site. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna go get the link because Tan's so eager to tell y'all about it.
So let me just say, let's talk about mystery shop because I know we have talked about it and we have not explained what it is. So basically, if you are new, mystery shopping is something you would do. Basically, you will be grading a service that you receive. So as Queen so right just said, if she has gotten paid to do mystery shopping for food. So she would go out and maybe go to a restaurant, have a sit down dinner, order some food, and just maybe just they would tell her on the shop what to watch for. Maybe she needed to watch for if they greeted her. Maybe she needed to watch if the bathroom was clean. Maybe she needed to report on all those things. And in return, she got free food and paid. When she went to go get her manicure, maybe they wanted to know, did they ask you what temperature you would like your water? Did they ask you what color your nail polishes you want to be? Did they, were they attentive? Did they offer you a glass of whatever, Pinot Grigio? These things. And she had to report back. So in return, she got what? A free manicure and what? Paid to do the shop.
Paid.
So again,
Mhm.
these are the type of things that mystery shop are. So you can mystery shop anything from churches to strip clubs and pay church back to churches again. So again, if you are interested in mystery shop, we have a lot of kings and queens who do various forms of mystery shop. King, Queen Onwe did one form of mystery shop. There are so many other forms. You can go out and pretend to be a renter. You can pretend to, get your oil changed. You can pretend to do whatever. You can pretend to pray. Anything that you think of, you can do when it comes to mystery shop. So we talk about a lot of them. A lot of the kings and queens here do mystery shop and earn well with them.
Mhm.
So, and Presto is one of those companies.
Yeah, and Queen Onwe, she lives in Texas. So if you live in
Mhm.
Texas, Texas is a big state.
Mhm.
Everybody, take a look at Presto Shopper. You could have some shops available this week. That's just
Mhm.
how fast you can make money with these side gigs and side hustles. Miss Empress says, now for Rhodey, you will need a vehicle to do it. Thank you, Queen. Queen Angela says, currently completing a task on Appen, which is going to pay her $400.
That's another queen who
All
makes
right,
a full
Queen.
time income, side gigs and side hustles only.
Congrats.
Congrats, queen.
So Rice says, thanks, Teresa. Just Brittany says, what's Rhodey? Rhodey is
I think it's
they're the
delivery.
sister company to UPS.
Do
It's
they
an app
deliver? Yeah, they got.
delivering packages, I believe.
I think it's packages.
Fourth Thorny says, happy Sunday, short lady C. She says it's a delivery app similar to Amazon Flex. Thank you, Miss Empress. Short Lady C says, hey, so right, and Lillian. Leonica says, I have a video on my gaming channel here on YouTube, H. Curry. Leonica says, hey, Short Lady C. On We says, this was just from one side gig. Forgive my caps. Imagine what will happen if you combine it with another side
Mhm.
hustle. Yep, amen. And that's what Tan spoke about earlier, combining them. We say
Yeah,
piecing them together, but combining them together because you can always work for multiple mystery shop companies.
yeah,
Miss Empress says, okay, Miss Carol, thank you. No problem, Queen. Short Lady C says, hey, Fort Thornis and Leonica. H. Curry says, Leonica, how do you find your channel? Um, Short Lady C says, hey, Teresa. She says, hey, Short Lady C, great speech for your friend. H. Curry says, I just made the 10 by pretty much playing consistently while I was watching TV, while I was making dinner, while I was homeschooling. I just stayed on it.
hmm,
And Leonica, she posted it. It is game it up with your favorite Pisces. Celia says, Miss Empress, oh, I've never heard of Rhodey. Is it state specific? Just Brittany says, thank you. Just trying to look for ways to make money. Having a job right now isn't the option. Single parent with no help anymore since my mom recently passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sending my condolences and prayers. Short Lady says, thanks, Teresa. Did you see me singing? The Bruno says, had good mystery shop experiences with Market Force. Yeah, Market Force
Yeah,
is a good one. All right, the Bruno, congrats.
that is.
Congrats on the Market Force egg. Market Force is a great one, everybody. Another mystery shop site.
Mhm.
Friend of mine on a good month can earn over 1,000 off of Market Force. She's been doing Market Force though for years.
Yeah.
This one, she does a lot of fast food shops in our city. So if you, like I always say, we mystery shop anyway. We just did not know that we could go to McDonald's and order the Big Mac combo, the chicken nuggets, the fries, the Happy Meals, and that was a mystery shop. Somebody went to McDonald's today. You got kids, they in the back seat, they hungry. You stopping at these fast food places, McDonald's being one of them, but you just didn't know that you could get paid if you go to McDonald's and order the number one combo. Now you know. So take a look
Mhm.
at Market Force. They have a lot of fast food shops, and it might depend on where you live. But I know in our area, my friend can easily earn over 1,000 a month off of Market
Mhm.
Force.
And let's be clear, if you're in a smaller town, there may be limited opportunities. That's why we tell you to sign up with more than one mystery shop company because you never
Right.
know what's in your area. And if you are, in an area where you're close by different zip codes, change your zip codes in the mystery shop to see what else is available in a different zip code.
Yeah. Miss Empress says, I know that's right, Brittany, and I'm so sorry about your mom. Teresa says, no, saw you before the singing, short lady. See. H. Curry says, okay, I know I'm asking another question, but I thought you guys were talking about texting lonely people where you just text, and I thought a link was posted, but I can't find it now. Am I mistaken? So, yeah, that's true with the texting alone people. You are texting, not talking. And I'll repost it if you can't find it now. I know it's a lot of questions in this chat tonight. So let me find it and I'll repost it. Hang on. So I just put the link in the chat. Miss Empress says, sorry for the misspelling. Much love to you. Charlotte C says, oh, okay. H. Curry says, got it, Leonica. Jacqueline says, I will look into Lorica. I am in school to be a data analyst and I need to earn while I learn. Nothing wrong
Okay,
with that.
so the queen who is going to be a data analyst, make sure you learn Excel. That is a good one. You can pick up a lot of work if you know some form of Excel. Go a little further if you know some type of database language, be that SQL, Oracle SQL, Progress, whatever. SAS, if you know SAS, SPSS, anything that you can use as a skill. Those are great skills to have. Excel, Microsoft Access, Oracle, SQL, things like that. Those are great skills to have for data analysts.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Just Brittany, she says, I'm here and I'm taking notes. Okay, Queen. H. Curry says, thanks, ladies. It means a lot. You're welcome. Leonica says, I go live as well about the gaming apps, and she does have her email in her description box. H. Curry. So Rice says, congrats, Angela. Teresa says, I'll have to look for you singing, Short Lady C. And Short Lady C says, congrats, Angela. Danita says, congrats, Queen Angela. Short Lady C says, okay, Teresa. Reese says, thanks, Tan and Kara, for all of the info. No problem, Reach. We says, only Outlier, Presto, Ellis, and Prolific can make you good money. She says, now I have a full-time job that pays well, but I still do my side hustles and gigs because when money is involved, there is no overdose. Laugh out loud. Thank you, Only. It's funny. Just Brittany, she says, thank you, Miss Empress. Angela says, thank you, and thank you also. So right, I have been with the Two Chicks fam for a year now. Okay, Queen. I know it was a year. See, I was right. Hey, Earl. Earl says, peace, fam. He says, I'm late, but he is doing prolific now. Okay. Shira says, thanks, Kurt. I have PayPal. Okay, Queen, get your money, girl.
Right.
Um, Jen, she says, I'm new here and asking, do you type in the search engine for the working home jobs you just posted to find the actual jobs? And thank you for your time. So we are putting the links in the chat, Queen. So therefore, you don't have to go and find them. Sholay C says, hey, Earl. Earl says, prolific is paying well, everybody. So prolific is another good side hustle egg. Everybody here, if you do not have them in the basket, make sure you take a look at number 15.
Mm-hmm.
Prolific has paid bills for some of our queens and kings here on the live stream. Good side hustle survey site, but it is not your typical survey site. This one by far is number one in my book when it comes to surveys. Good company. Get on the wait list. Number 15. H. Curry says, okay, thanks so much. I'll start applying, and he could definitely come with me. She says, what was the typing job? And I apply for them. I appreciate it so much.
Now, the typing job that I had, I don't think they are around anymore. It was correcting real estate ads, and I had that for a long time. I think Carol tried to get it when I got
I
to.
did and couldn't find them after that. After you stopped doing it,
I can't even remember how I found that job.
I think I found the job. Remember, I
Really?
found them for you.
Okay.
Remember? Because I couldn't do it. Remember, I had so many, I couldn't do that one. I found it for you when you applied. It was on one of them forums.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I applied. And I think they was asking for Excel skills. Something. I don't know. But yeah, that's not around anymore. It was easy. But I quit on them like a couple of times.
Yeah.
And they always let me back. But last time I didn't go back. But that was a nice little money, little
That's a
weekly
hustle.
pay.
Yeah, a little weekly pay. Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I wasn't doing really nothing.
No, you
Maybe
wasn't.
every now and then I have a mistake on there, but I just basically
Mm-hmm.
read through stuff, read through real estate ads. That's it. And correct them if they wrong. I may
Yeah.
hit 2 keys a week.
Hey, Open Vision. They say,
Hey,
good evening, Tan and Carl, Two Chicks family. In the chat, anyone doing the Amazon M Turk?
I did Amazon and Turk. I don't do it now, but I have in the past. Now I know they have changed.
Yeah.
So, what is your question? So, I may or may not can help you, but I have done Turk. That was one of my favorites for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
For a long, long time. I keyed in those receipts. Oh my
You
gosh.
sure did.
They were good to
Was
me.
a kin sister.
They were good to me. I can't complain. And people talk about Turk, but I cannot, and I promise you, I cannot complain about Turk. Turk was good to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short lady see your boo said, hey. Alex says, congratulations. Leonica Leonica says somebody cashed out 25K on the Noise app. Wow.
Woo!
She says they do have a Discord channel, H Curry, and it is legit. Danita says, congrats, Queen. Celia says, Tan and Kerr, which of these side gigs and side hustles have apps? She says, aside from the gaming apps, I know GigSpot has an app, but I'm looking for others. Oh, that's a good one, Queen. You might have to ask some of the queens here that actually do them. In I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna put the question up here. Jacqueline says, "Congrats! If anybody can help out Queen Celia, please do so now." Lillian says, "Congrats!" So right, hey, hustling, Helen number two. She says, "Hello, Gucci fam, and share." Shira says, "Congrats, Queen." So I says, "Thank you, Lillian." Teresa says, "Hi, Helen." Ayana says, "Hey, Earl." She says, "How did you get past the onboarding process with Prolific?"
What do you mean?
Shola C says, "Congrats, so right." Lillian says, "Hey, hustling Helen." And Leonica says, "Hey, Helen." Shola C says, "Hey, Helen." Priscilla says, "Good evening, Tan and Kurt and fam." Good evening, Queen. You want to say something?
Mm.
Did you want to say something about Prolific?
Oh, I was going to say, what do you mean the onboarding process? I know a lot of people have trouble uploading their ID, and they just said put it on was it a white background?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put it on a white background.
These lights about to cook me. Leonica says, "Hey, Priscilla." Priscilla says, "Oops, I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen." So right says, "Thanks, Queen." Short Lady C. The Battle Zone says, "Greetings and happy Sunday." Happy Sunday.
Hey.
Teresa says, "Can Chat GPT remember where I have worked?" You funny.
If you
And
tell
what years those were. Yeah,
them.
it can.
Yeah, if you tell them.
Shannon says, "Good evening to blessed chicks and chat." Thank you,
Yeah,
Queen.
Queen.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I received that. Josh, I'm not sure what you mean. Lauren says, "What is Rody?" That is the sister company to UPS, and I believe it's like a package delivery, similar to Amazon Flex. Jacqueline says, "I will check that out. I really need resume help." She says, "Thanks for the advice."
You're
Show
welcome.
Lady C says, "Hey, on we." H. Curry says, "So you can do home work with Ellis." So Ellis is the apartment mystery shop company. Earl so funny. Earl said from church to strip clubs and back again. Yes, Earl.
Yes.
Show Lady C said, "Laugh out loud, Earl." Open Vision says, "I made 120 using U-Test. You do have to sign an NDA, but they haven't given me
Mhm.
anything crazy to do under the NDA." Well, congrats on the
All
120.
right. All right, Queen.
Miss Empress says, "You're so welcome." Just Brittany. Melody says, "For some people," she says, "For some people, these side hustles allow them to make an escape plan. You two are lifesavers in ways you don't know." She says, "Thank you." Thank you, Queen. Glad we could be of help. So
Yeah.
happy. We are so happy to hear that.
Mhm.
Open Vision said, "With market force." I don't think so. Open Visions. I've been on a few shops with her, and the only thing I think that she had to take a picture of was the restrooms because they actually wanted to see what the restrooms look like. But other than that, I don't remember her having to take pictures of anything else
And Open
except for
Vision
the receipts.
Studios, usually, if you are required to record the shop, they will let you know beforehand. That's not
Mm-hmm.
something
Yeah.
you will sign up for it and then afterwards they will tell you, oh, you have to record it. You'll know beforehand. They're going to say, hey, this is a video shop or some verbiage to that extent.
Mm-hmm. Miss Empress says, "Yes, same with Rhodey." She says, "Sorry, I missed who asked about it. I heard my name though." She says, "I'm from Wisconsin and there were less gigs with Rhodey, but it's off the chain here in Texas." Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then a lot of that just depends on where you're at, your zip code. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not based off of, oh, they don't want to show you shops or whatever. It is basically if you have them in your area.
Right. Hey, Miss Shanice. She says, hey, Tana, Carol, and everyone else. Leonica says, hey. What? Teresa says 3,000 people were just laid off at Oracle. She says at 10.
Yeah, I heard that. And see, I use Oracle SQL, um, but I use a free tool of Oracle, so I hope they don't start charging for this tool. That's the only thing I'm worried about, Teresa. But yeah, I heard about that.
Oh,
Mm,
that's sad.
hmm And like I told
3,000
y'all,
people.
there was, and I don't remember the number, but last year, um, it was a point in time where computer science majors, we did not have to worry about um jobs. We didn't have to worry about jobs. And if you didn't have a job, it was just because you didn't want to work. There was always jobs for us. And Carol can attest to that. I don't have
Yeah.
a problem finding a job. Um, but there were graduates and that graduated computer science degrees that don't have jobs, can't get
Mm-hmm.
jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
Sad.
So yeah, and then you have to compete with people. And I think what really gets me is the people who, when I got out of college, I could get a job, but the people who have to now compete with the people who have experience, ones that's fresh out of college now have to compete with people who have experience but don't have a job. So of course they're gonna go with them first, and you
Right.
again get pushed down and not able to use your skill set. So that's sad and disheartening. Um, but yeah,
And now you competing with the robot.
mm, girl,
Ooh.
oh boy,
She says, greetings, Queens. First time discovering your page. Great information. Welcome, Queen, and thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Shanice. She says, I've been having issues getting on texting lonely people. What type of issues, Queen?
Yeah.
Celia says, Miss Empress, laugh out loud. It was me. She says, thank you. Short Lady C says, welcome to all the newcomers. And
Mm,
Jacqueline says, thank you, Tana. I'm working on my Excel portfolio project. Next
okay.
is it Tableau?
Tableau. I do a little Tableau, not a lot, but I do a little Tableau. I'm better at Microsoft BI than I am Tableau, and I do Oracle SQL, and I don't do Python. But I thought about doing R, but yeah.
And she says, SQL and Python. And she says, thank you, Tan.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Hey, Meeks. Meeks says you can make money from RWS too, but they don't always have consistent work and they don't have a set payday either. They pay whenever. Okay. Kathy says she forgot. Priscilla says, Leonica, how are you? Ayana says, Prolific is tripping on me. I get off the wait list and can't get past the onboarding process. They swear my phone number is not a US number and automatically flag my account and say the whole can't be lifted. Did you reach out to them, Queen?
And I think you have to be consistent in reaching out because Cynthia, who prolific is her boo, she talked to them frequently at one point in time. Remember? Seemed
Yeah.
like she was emailing them and she said they were responsive. So oh, dang.
Yeah. Yeah, I would reach out to them, Queen. Somebody else was having problems with the phone number issue.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was though. Miss Shanice says, "What's been going on with Prolific? They haven't been having a face-to-face video going on."
I don't
Not
know.
sure. Leonica says, "I'm glad you mentioned that because I always wondered how RWS being with them for months, but haven't had time to do them." That's Little Quinn. So Little Quinn, it looks like you're on a mobile phone, and that's probably why the link is going
Mhm.
nowhere. You have to be on. You have to change it to desktop, and then it'll go somewhere. But it's there, but you probably can't access it because you are watching us from a mobile phone. So you have to change your settings to desktop in order to be able to click the link. So if you are on a mobile device and you're watching us on the live and you cannot click the links, that is why. So just change your settings to desktop. Helen says, hey, Leonica, Lillian, Teresa, Short Lady C, Priscilla, and everybody. Leonica says she's doing good. Priscilla, how are you? Helen says, I do Amazon M Turk sometimes. So Rice says, I shop and I secret shop. They have apps. Leonica says, sorry that happened. The same thing happened to me. They kept saying my number was not a US number. Ayana. I'm going to put this up. Thank you, Queen So Right. Hey, Queen Reba. She says, hello, Carl and Tan. Glad to see both of you side chicks. Like to share. Congrats, queens and kings. Keep getting them eggs, everyone. She says, ladies, thanks for all the info. I caught you tonight. Thank you, Queen. Um, Meek says, they're all right. I made a little over $40 with them since January. The work hasn't been consistent. That's my only complaint, Leonica. Or is it 4,000,
Yeah,
Queen?
she
I
said
think it's
4,000. It's
is
4,000.
it it's 4,000. Girl, get on up here. Congrats on that 4,000. All right, Queen. Go ahead, Meeks. Money making Meeks is in the building. B-So says, hey, queens and kings. Hey, Carol and Tan. I'm approved with Prolific. Didn't have to wait long. All right, B-So.
All right.
Congrats. Congrats to you on Prolific. Priscilla says, sis, how are you hustling, Helen? Leonica says, oh, okay, gotcha. Meek, she says, I haven't had a project on Handshake in about 3 to 4 weeks. Kathy says, I make 200 a day with a roadie. All right.
All right. All right, Queen.
Congrats. Another
It
little
is
side hustle,
good.
everybody. Roadie.
Mm-hmm.
The roadie app. I see Queen Cynthia has the tan and talked you up. She done stepped in the building. H. Curry says, I do M Turk. Cynthia says, hey, two chicks and two chicks, fam. Hey, Queen Cynthia.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Me said Handshake blocked her after she created an account saying I violated their guidelines, which is insane because all I did was make an account and I forgot about them. I made their money on RWS, though, not Handshake. Girl, that is wow. H. Curry says, I don't do it as much I used to, but 2017 to 2000, maybe 18 or 19, I made like 3,000 on MTurk at one time. I was using the scripts and making almost a full-time living just from it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right.
B-So says, can you explain Appen? It was a bit, I'm thinking you saying strictly to navigate for you. If somebody can explain Appen.
And Appen has different projects, so I don't know if people are on the same project as you, or are you just having trouble navigating their site,
Yeah.
because um Appen has projects and people may not be on the same project, but somebody may.
Thank you so much, Queen Onwe. She says almost all of them have apps. Presto, Survey Junkie, almost all the surveys, Mind Swarms, Gunshot, D Scout, Shift Smart, Gig Walk, Click Worker, Product Tool, Product Report Card, Laundromat Pro, Papa Pal, and Get Gigs. Thank you. Thank you
All
so much.
right.
So Rice says, that's great, Open Vision. Leonica says, oh wow, says so sorry that happened. And that is crazy. B-Soul says, Appen was a bit difficult to navigate. I had the interview scheduled, but no one got on the call. Oh wow. I
Hmm.
would reach out to them,
Yeah.
Queen, if you have an email from the recruiter. So Mindy, again, if you are on a phone, you have to change from the phone to the desktop in order for the links to be clickable. They're clickable, but If you're just on their mobile phone, they will not be clickable unless you change it to desktop mode. Thank you, Cynthia. Open business. Okay, thank you. Leonica says, if you are referring to App in USA, that is a scam. They are posting as the actual company, BSOs. So I don't think I think she said Appen. BSOs, let us know. Was it Appen USA? Jen says, what do you recommend job sites for the state of California? Don't have any, Queen. The
Mhm.
state of California, I mean, South Carolina, I'm sorry, is not a hard to find remote job state. So we do post jobs for the state of California. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying
Yeah.
California. South Carolina. We do post jobs in this state. Leonica says, was it for data entry B BSOs? Priscilla says, Leonica, I've been having back issues, but get better. Thanks for asking. She says, I'm glad you're starting to feel better. You're welcome. Missionist is texting lonely. You have to wait and then you may not hear back from them. I do have an assessment I have to do for CareNet Health. Okay, well, that's good, Queen. Whitty says 30K people were laid off at Oracle. Meta just announced 6K people would be laid off. Oh no, hate to
Wow.
hear that. Reese says good news, Tan. SQL is open source, which I'm studying with Linux. It's free.
Oh, okay, Linux. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On we says Laundry
Open
Pro.
source. I would recheck that. Linux, yes. SQL, mm. I may be wrong, but yeah. Okay.
Um, we says Laundry Pro Observer 5 surveys life point. We coming through with the apps. Thank you,
Mhm.
Queen. Miss Empress says, nice read. Shira, she laughing at you, Tan. Miss Empress said, you so welcome, Celia. H. Curry says, see, it's storming here and breaking up, and I'm missing things, I guess. Laugh out loud. I heard easy way to make money. I'm home and out and about, but missed the name, I guess. Laugh out loud. Miss Shanice says, Tan, I've been reading your books and I'm hoping they help me because been applying and 3 jobs turned me down and I have so much experience and am working on other things.
Okay, Miss Shanice, what are you applying for? And I guess let me. What are you applying for? And are you sending the same resume? I wouldn't think you would be. I'll just ask those two questions first. What type of jobs are you applying for? Because sometimes I'm gonna say this: we put more information. We give these people on these in the hiring process too much information, and too much information is usually what disqualifies you. A lot of times, that's what disqualifies you. Not that you be like, "Oh, I'm overqualified for the position," and they gonna know that you overqualified because you gonna tell them you overqualified. So again, don't give too much information. And all of you got to figure out what strategy, what um you know, a lot of times we are not speaking that same language that, we applying for a, you know, customer service job, but our resume look like food service. So, we have to make sure that our resume and the job are speaking the same language.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, I am laughing at Celia. She says, oh no, Tan, keep them yawns to yourself. Miss
Oh yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not ready for this stream to be over, Jesse. Yeah, she said, laugh out loud.
That's
Reese
right.
says, you're welcome, Miss Empress. Priscilla said, Leonica, I thank you so much. This is what Cynthia said, everybody, about prolific. She bugged them because they was
Yep.
tripping with
I
her.
told
She said,
y'all.
but we good now.
Yeah, I told y'all. She was. Yeah.
She was on their head, bugging
Yeah.
them like, y'all
And
ain't
that's
shutting
with
me
a
out.
lot of things that we talk about, side gigs and side hustles. Consistency. she's going to you know, keep on them. Hey, why, if your phone number not showing up right, hey, my number is in the US. Tell me why. Explain to me why. And that's gonna let them know, hey, she really wants to, get on here, and they'll be more apt to fix it than you email them one time, then 2 months later down the line, you email them again. 3 months later, you come emailing again, then you want to put
Right.
bad news about them, but again, you didn't follow up. You not
Mm,
doing your due diligence. So be a Miss Cynthia, bug them to death until they get your account right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Kung Fu says, I tried Prolific twice, got closed out. Also, she says, I gave up. Reba says, you have to email Prolific daily, talk with the team
Mm-hmm.
member.
Yep.
Leonica says, hey, Reba. Sholacy says, hey, Reba. Anita says, Kung Fu freelancer, I had the same issue with Prolific. I reached out each time and kept going through the same cycle. Elias says, don't forget about cloud research. They are very similar to Prolific. Great little side hustle. She says, I make at least 30 to 50 a week and could make more, but I work full time. All right,
All right, all right.
now. It's still good.
Yep,
Congrats,
that's at
Queen.
least, I'm 180 to 250 a month. I mean 200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
who
good.
doesn't want an extra one 120 to 200 a month just for taking surveys?
Right. Shola C says, congrats, Meeks. So right says, woohoo, Meeks. Miss Shanice says on text and lonely they is different ones and they want you to give all your info. I have plans of different ones because it's different. I'm just trying to make a few coin. I'm confused, Queen. You said they want you to give. She said they want you to give all your info. Not sure what you mean by that. Clarify what you mean by that, Queen. Jacqueline says, Tan, I would love to have a tech talk with you. I love you both. Oh, that's so sweet. Miss Empress
Maybe
says,
one
that's
day
what's
we'll
up.
do a tech talk. Um, I don't. Um, I know. I'm gonna just say this. I know there's a lot of people who know just as much or not more than I do. So I don't like to say what I think is gold, like I said. And I'm going to say this: I have been doing IT a long time. Some of my visions on things are skewed. I will just put that out there. That's just who I am. I'm not going to be say that I am perfect, that I do stuff. And that's the problem I have with tech talks and stuff, because people want to come on here and go back and forth with you about stuff and things like that. And I'm not here to go back and forth with nobody. I'm just here to educate and help.
Right,
So that's the only problem I have with doing things like that, because people want to come here and want to negate what I say and things like that. And like I said, I will be the first one that says my views are skewed. I have been doing this for a long, long time. So with that comes, in any job, if you've been doing it a long time, you set in your ways, your vision is skewed. And I'm not,
right,
that's just what it is. So um, you know, so that's my only problem with doing a tech talk. And I don't need to be challenged on what I know. And I'm not trying to say that I don't want to be challenged, but again, um, I do this for a living. The tech thing, I do it for a living, and I get on here and talk about the things I talk about because I like to help people. But again, I don't want the challenging and you didn't do that right in this, because again, there are so many ways to do things, and it's just some people try to make it hard for you when you just are trying to help. So I have to think about that, but I would love to do it. But again, I don't want to be challenged just to, you know, to somebody to come on here and play with me, because I don't. And I hope y'all understand that.
Miss Empress says, that's what's up. Husband Helen says, I'm good, Priscilla. The short lady C says, hey, Cynthia. Lady Greatness says, can someone Link, give the link or info on Rody. So Rody is just like Amazon Flex, and I think it's an app, Queen. I think
Mm-hmm.
that one is an app where you are doing the deliveries, packages. Meek says, if you are on mobile, go to the channel, click on live, and then select the second video that is currently live. That will allow you to see the full chat and access the links. Thank you, Meeks. Open Vision says, handshake did the same thing to me. I was confused. Oh no. Um, Kung Fu Freelancer, she says, awesome job, Meeks. H. Curry says, that happened to me on Prolific. I was flagged and they wouldn't change it. I was sad. Oh no. Miss Shanice says, I have made a total of almost 800 on Prolific and they haven't been sending any good surveys. The good ones I haven't seen in a couple of days. Well, congrats on the 800, Queen.
And let me say this, that Prolific, a lot of their work comes from people who are in school, people who are in the education arena and things like that. So they're finna go on summer break. So usually when summer break comes, the surveys go down. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And that could be why they could be on a break.
Hmm.
Miss Empress, she says, look up Roadie Driver. Thank you, Queen. Celia says, so right. Thank you, girl. I downloaded those too. Sometimes it's just easier for me to look for these shops when I'm waiting somewhere. She says, kids, appointments, practice, etc., and on my phone. Alaya says, I have also had issues with Prolific verifying my phone number, saying it's not a US number. H. Curry says, Tan, how do you find your books?
What books? Oh, the books I read, word of mouth. Sometimes it's some things that I'm interested in. I look it up.
Yeah.
Last book I found that I read, friend of mine suggested it. She gave me the copy of the book, and I read the sequel. The book before that was because I liked Cuba, and I thought it was an interesting book, so I read it. And it just depends on what mood I'm in, what I read. But yeah, so yeah.
Hey, Knit and Crochet. She says, hi, everyone. On We says, you are welcome, beautiful two chicks. Thank you, Queen. So,
Hmm.
B Souls, we are asking, was it Appen USA?
Hmm.
Let
And if
us know
anybody
if it
got
was Appen
suggestions for good books,
USA.
let me know.
Hmm.
I say anybody got suggestions for good books, let me know. I love a good book.
Oh. Bianca says it's weird though. That's exactly what happened to me, Alaya. Celia says, we thank you. I found a couple of those, but I just took a screenshot of that so I can look for the other ones. Biso says, okay, I'll reach out to them. Reba says, hey, Leonica, sure lady see. Hope you ladies are well and the boys. Leonica says, I probably read your comment wrong, but you were referring to CrowdGen app and she says, right, B Soul. B Soul says it was Appen USA Talent. No, that one is a scam, Queen.
Hmm.
The Appen USA Talent, that one is a scam.
Yeah.
They are using the real company's name, but they're scamming people. So if you have signed up, applied to Appen USA Talent, back out, delete all communication. That one again is a scam site. CrowdGen by Appen, that is the legit one. Leonica says, yes, me and the boys are great, Reba. How are you? Sholexi says, yes, Reba, I'm doing well, thanks. Leonica says, oh, that's a scam, B Souls. We says, I think Appen is now CrowdGen or something. I forgot their new name, but they have different projects. If you qualify, you start. I tried it once, but it's been long. She says, customer agent, chat, email, work from home. Yep. That's a scam, B Souls. Meek says, thank y'all. You're welcome, Meeks. Elias said, Leonica, Ollie, I've been running into that issue since last year. Reached out, but no one ever reaches back out. Guess I'll try again soon. Leonica says that is not the real Appen Bezos. That one is a scam. She says don't give them any information. Leonica says, "Oh wow, a lie." We says, "Good night, beautiful two chicks," and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Queen, and have a good night. Sholacy says, "Good night." Leonica says, "Good night." Missiony says, "I've been getting my certifications or certificates on Ellis and the other surveys so I can start going to do the mystery shopping." Tan, one day I'm going to come on here and tell you the bookshelf is over. Okay.
All right.
Reba says, Tan, did you ever get my email about the spreadsheets?
Reba, I think I did. Email me again, Queen. I am sorry. I have it probably got buried because I knew it was somebody else, but I could not because it was I didn't. It was somebody was last week, and I think yeah. So email me again, and I'll get you a copy of it. I remember your email. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah. Missiony says, I may be giving too much information. I don't know, Miss Shanice. Let us know, Queen, the issue that you're having on the texting one. Supergirl, I'm so frustrated. What's going on, Queen? Helen says, don't give up so easily. Keep contacting them until they give you the green light.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Shanice says, I think the messages are delayed because they're out of order. Could be. Hey Jay, she says, hello everyone. I know you can't give the name, but is anyone doing mystery shop for Domino's? If so, what letter the company starts with? Laugh out loud. Miss Shanice says, I wish they were in order because I was writing about the text lonely about the giving all the info. Leonica says, hey, Jay, she says, hey, Leonica. Jacqueline says, Tan, I just think you always giving great advice. And I do understand some people are so difficult, just wishful thinking. She says, that's all.
And I may do it. I may just say forget them, But again, um, some people make it hard for you to just try to operate in your gift. You know.
Yeah. Shalesi says, hey, Jay. Is it Denny? Denny, hey, Denny. Denny says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Missiony says, I be on like a device. Reba says, I had that problem with them before. They kept saying my picture was blurry. They pay good. I was determined I was going to get that pay. Then they said, I know you frustrated. Kroger is waiting. That Kroger. Oh, that's too funny. Show Lady C says, hey, knit and crochet. B Cell says, okay, thanks for letting me know. Yep, Queen, that one is not legit.
Mm-hmm.
So Appen USA is not legit. That one is a scam. Crowd Gen by Appen, that is the legit one. And Leonica, she just typed it in the chat. I'm gonna put it here, Queen. Again, Appen USA, everybody, that one is not legit. That one is a 100% scam.
Mm-hmm.
Run. If you're talking to somebody from that one, run. Do not give them your personal information. Miss Shanice says, good night. Leonica says, Appen USA is the scam. Be so. She says, thank you. Elias says, pretty hair. I have definitely saw some domino shops before, but can't think of which company it was. And I don't know. I hadn't heard nobody say anything about Domino's pizza. Not doing mystery shop. I haven't. But the restaurant shops that we can think of, Market Force, it
Mm-hmm.
might be on Market Force, but they do a lot of
Yeah, that's what
fast
I was
food
gonna say.
shop. Or Presto. Presto does a lot of restaurant shops also. Leonica says, you're welcome, Bezos. And she did say thank you. And we at the end. Can you believe it? And it is the end. Hey,
Yeah.
Queen Charlene. She says, hey, ladies. And all in the chat. I'm late again. She says, I liked and shared. Leonica says,
Yeah.
have a great night, Tan and Carol. And she says, good night to everyone. Thank you,
All
Leonica, for your
right.
help. Have a good evening, Queen.
Okay.
We are at the end, so we about to get to the jobs because y'all already know Tan has to get on a plane early in the morning.
Yes.
In the morning.
Yes. All right. So
You get the link.
you could, yeah, you gonna put
Okay.
the link in the chat.
I will.
All right. So Carol did a list of 45 part-time remote jobs and some beginner and friendly included. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I'll go through a number of them and the ones that I think are good for um, people who are looking for something flexible. Number two, Cambly is a flexible one. If you are interested in helping people learn English, this is a great one. Basically, you are helping people learn conversational English. So you're not an ESL teacher. Basically, you're basically holding a conversation with them because what they are trying to do is practice with someone who knows English. And if you are fluent in English, you don't have to live in the United States. But again, if you are fluent in English and you want to help people, again, check out Cambly. That is a good one. Next Rep is a good beginner friendly company. If you are looking for a company that has different clients, Next Rep is a good one. I know they have direct response. Who else they have, Carol? Do you remember? Do they have dry bar anymore? I don't think they have.
Mm-mm. Now they got some good ones though.
Yeah,
They got one of those car companies like what is
Carvana.
it? Like Carvana. I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
the name. I ain't gonna expose their clients like that, but it's similar
yeah.
to Carvana. Begins with the letter V and ends
Mm.
with an M. Pretty sure y'all can put it together and figure out who it is. They also
And
now they do talk about teledoc. They do
yeah, that's
expose
what I
them.
was gonna say. They have Teladoc.
Yeah.
So Next Rep is a good one. If you have health care, they often have Teladoc, and they have some more clients that are good. And this is a good beginner friendly company. Now, Carol and I could not get hired, but again, uh, this is a good one for Teladoc. Coro Health, that is a good one. They're looking for an independent contractor for an RN. So if you know anyone who is a nurse and has nursing experience, tell them to check out Coro Health. Another good one for beginners is, especially if you are looking for um, virtual assistants, check out Vava Virtual. They're looking for a social media assistant. But if you are looking for virtual assistant positions, and these are sometimes flexible positions, also check out number 20 Time ETC, number one Smith AI, number five Belay, number 17 Boldly, and I think that is it. And number 38, Belay. Those are great ones if you have administrative assistant. Oh, no, forgot two more. 34 and 35, pink collars and back office betties. They are good if you have administrative assistant skills and you are looking to get in the admin assistant world. Those are good companies that you can apply for. Mod Squad is also a good one. They are a company, they are hiring for engagement moderators. So if you're looking for something non phone, this is a good one. They're looking for engagement moderators. You'll utilize previous social media moderation experience to engage in live conversation, adhere to evolving rules and workflows, stay informed and up to date with relevant information, undergo profile, background, and ID checks for client security, install and use specific software. So again, This is a great non-phone if you do not want to be tied to the phone, but you want to um still do some type of customer service. This is a good one. Um, Hold on. Mm, Crew Bloom is looking for a bookkeeper. That is another good one. So if you have admin assistant experience, this is a non-phone. They want you to have proven experience in bookkeeping, accounting, or related fields. Advanced proficiency in what? Microsoft Excel, and familiarity with financial management, exceptional organizational skill, strong mathematical aptitude and analytical skills, comfortable and confident with communicating with clients, experience in client relations, empathy and professionalism. This operates within the Eastern time zone between 8 and 6. Flexibility to align with these hours is required. So make sure you check that out. And I'll do one more. Gaggle. That is a good non-phone also. They look for content moderators. So Gaggle is a company that deals with K-12 and that, school. They monitor their emails and things like that too. And if they find something that is of alarmment, they will send out information. So basically, you will be moderating student emails, how students communicate with each other. May not just be email; it could be any type of platform. So make sure you check out Gaggle. Um, with this one, you can use a Chromebook. So if you have a Chromebook, Gaggle will let you use a Chromebook. So make sure you check that out. All right, Carol. Anything
I
else?
dropped the link in the chat, and Cynthia, she made a good point. She says, "Be careful, fam. When mentioning the mystery shop company, she says that is fine, but just remember, don't mention the client's name."
Mm-hmm.
Suzette says, "Safe flight, Tan."
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I say you're welcome. Thank you.
Anita says, "Thank you for all the info. I hope you all have a blessed night and a safe week." Thank you, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
B Souls was asking, have we heard of Cornerstone Project? I've seen them
Mm-hmm.
doing ads on Facebook. Not sure how legit they are though.
I think hold on. I don't want to say yay and nay. Um,
I've seen them, but I've never said anything about them on here because I just
I
was
want
not
to say we
sure.
posted a job from them a long, long, long time ago, but
Don't
I
remember.
couldn't say if this the same company. But I remember the company name, Cornerstone Project. But
Oh.
hmm
Cynthia says you never know who is watching. There may be mystery shopping reps watching too. Yep.
yeah,
Show Lady C says good night. Miss Empress. Yep, that's the company. The Bruno says, thanks again, ladies. This is going to be a successful week with this wealth of companies to look into, feeling more positive about the
hmm
possibilities. So make sure the Bruno, check out the video I dropped today. I put 50 companies on that video and the video from yesterday. I put 50 companies. So that's over 100 companies. I'll probably do it again tomorrow because I found some other companies. Earl says night night. Short lady C. Celia says, all right, what were the two apps you mentioned, Queen? She says I shop. I think it was I secret shop. Lillian says, good night to all. Good night, Queen. Reba says, you ladies are the best. I've been telling my friends they have lost their jobs. Oh no. She says, but I'm not going to entertain you. I have to catch up. Summer is almost here outside. Reba said outside looking for her this
yeah.
year. Earl says, I'm back for a bit prolific. Cha-ching. Okay, Earl. Denny says I've applied for Cornerstone, no response yet. Priscilla says good night, fam. So we gonna end it right there, everybody.
Okay.
Y'all know Tan got to get on the plane, so safe
Mm.
travels to you,
All right.
ma'am.
I'll holler at you when I get home.
All right, y'all.
All
Y'all have a
right.
good night. Thank you, everybody,
All
for
right.
joining us.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.